Hey guys, this is an instructional video on how to use LaTeX on your computer to write reports. I'm going to cover some basic commands, also some of the features that come with LaTeX. I only have about 15 minutes to record this, so I'm going to try to go as fast as I can. If I need more time, I'll just post the second part to this video. Anyway, I'm just going to get started. First, we want to call the libraries here. So we want to use packages, the first package being graphic X, which means we want to use pictures, right? If we take pictures in the lab, we want to put it in the report. Subcaptions are because we want to label those pictures. We also want to make tables. So this is this third one right here we're going to use for tables. Uh, we want to classify our document as a article, and we want to start typing at 12 points, the size of the font. If you want to begin document, you always want to lead with this forward slash, and we're going to say begin and document. If you get TextStudio, it might populate the answers for you before. I recommend that you get TextStudio because it's actually pretty good. Um, okay, so as you can see, it populated the bottom side, so you don't forget to also type and document at the end of the code. Let's make a title. Same command for that. And let's just call it LaTeX practice. I'm going to call it LaTeX practice, and I'm going to run it just so that you can see what it does. Actually, it's not going to populate until I say make title. Right, now I'm going to run it, and it should be the only thing here. Now, on the draft that the teacher has posted, it has multiple titles, right? It says the main title, the University of Texas, and we can do that by entering a new line command on the same title. We're going to call Department of EE, and I think that's about enough for the titles. Let me just go ahead and run it so you can see, and it populates these things. The next thing up is putting your name, so that would be the author. I'm going to put the author as your name. My name is Abraham, so I'm going to put that there. We also want to put the other team member's name here, and new line, and we're going to say team member 1 and team member 2, team member 3, and that's enough people, I think, and I'm going to run it so you can see what's happening. Okay. On my original code, I put the date, but it seems like it just populates the date on its own, so you don't have to worry about that. Another thing you need for your cover page is an abstract. Remember that the abstract has to go at the bottom of the cover page, so we need to do something to move the text from this top side all the way to the bottom side. And we do that by using the command fill or vertical fill. So we're going to fill up that space, right? And we also want to make the title bold. So we're going to say text EF, and we're going to call it abstract. And all that's going to do is going to make the title bold without actually giving it or thinking of it as a section. It's not going to be a section, it's just a little part of it. Okay, it looks like it took me to the next page. Let me see what that's about. Okay. Stop that. Oh. Okay, I had to pause the video for a second because I ran into a little trouble, but now we're back. Earlier, it showed that the abstract was on the first page, and this title got pushed to the second page. That's because I had my make title command below the abstract, and I wanted to have it above. So just deleting it now and rerunning it, and here we go. So this is where your abstract goes, and that's enough right there for the first page. And let me show you something. If I just copy and paste this over and over again, no matter how large the abstract is, actually I wanted to put some more of these, but get the idea. It's not going to, it just pushes the paragraph up. It doesn't go into the next page. Okay, so we're just gonna go to the next page now by saying page break. And now we want to start saying some sections. So you have multiple sections to your reports, right? I'm going to initialize this and copy. So first thing is project description. Okay, project description. There's another one that is theoretical background. You have methods and materials. You have equipment. You have experimental procedure. You have your results. You have discussion. Conclusion. Troubleshooting. And references. So I'm going to run it and you can see how all your sections populate on the document. Now you can go back and start typing your report. So this is where the project description goes. Theoretical background, that's where theoretical background is here. Methods and materials here, and all these things are things that you just have to type. You type them in. For equipment, probably going to show you that on a different video because you need to make a table, and I'll show you a website where you can generate a code for that. Experimental procedure, so here, results is just paragraphs and sentences of what you want to write. So I'm going to go over that now. For results, what you do need to include essentially are like pictures and tables. Tables I'm going to go over later, but I do want to go over the pictures. Like pictures of your sine waves or your rectangle waves or your triangle waves. I need to be able to see those on your reports. And I'm going to show you with some basic images right there. So I want to say begin, and I'm going to begin a figure, and I want to label it, and then I'm going to make sure that I center that figure. Actually, I want to say begin center. Begin center right there. And I want to say begin a subfigure. So begin a subfigure. And I want to make that figure a 0.3 text width. And the command for including the figure is include graphics. And I want to make it at a scale of 0.55. and an angle of 0, and you don't have to say the angle unless you actually want to turn it. And this is the name of the file I have in the same folder as I saved this document. That file is called Blaze, and I'm going to also caption this. Caption are the letters below the picture, so I'm going to call it Blaze. And there we go. And I'm going to also end the sub figure. There we go. I'm gonna run it to see what I get. Okay, so I paused you for a little while. Now, there was a problem here. I forgot to end the figure and end the center. So this is what came up afterward, and you see the picture here. Now, I'm going to take the same commands here and going to say this tilde command to start another, right? And this one I want to have a picture of an elephant. So I'm going to call that picture 2. Here this picture of this elephant is kind of big, so I'm going to scale it more to 0.15. I'm gonna run it, and that looks about right. Now, I think that's enough space between those, so I'm going to make some space by saying vSpace, and I'm going to give about 0.15 inches. That was that, and I'm going to post another one. I want to move this to the bottom. Post another one, and the third one is a logo, so I'm going to call logo. And the logo I want to make like 0.4. That's the other one. Also, notice that the logo is off center, so I'm just going to make sure that this is over here. And rerun it, and gets in there. And now I want to put another one next to that, so I put this thing here, not this one. I'm going to copy and paste all of this again. And the last picture I want to add is a picture of a daisy. So the daisy, I'm going to scale it because it's a very large picture, like 10% almost. So there we go. We have 4 pictures on the same graph, and that is perfect. So we want to add a caption to the end of this, and I'm going to enter it here. So I'm going to say caption, and I'm going to say test. I'm going to test this caption. So you see how it labels itself figure 1, and test is the actual text that I entered. So it labels its own images, A, B, C, and D, and figure test. So here we can describe, here I have multiple pictures of my trip. And I'm going to run it. And that's what I get. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. I'll post this, and then I'll talk more about how to make tables on a separate video.